Excellent.
Okay. Um, yeah. Welcome to SLR, round 7, tier 2. I am Ben Galler, alongside VP Thorium, and we are going to be your commentators for today.
Yeah, hopefully we don't make too much of an ass of it, but it should be okay.
Yeah,
We'll be okay.
we could take it easy on us. We're a bit new to this, so yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. It can't be that bad. Right, okay.
Let's see who we get out on track first.
18 minutes qualifying. Only 14 drivers today. It's not an amazing turnout, but it's not awful. Who's that out
Interesting
first?
to see.
That's Barab out first, I think.
Be interesting to see
think
what
it was.
goes on the alternate strategy for this race. Because
Yeah,
I think the hypers are pretty close.
there's two
to the
cars out on
options in terms of
hypers
race
already.
strategy.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, I haven't a whole lot of tire testing in terms of race, so I don't really know how long each of them can go. I think the hypers off the start can go maybe 8 laps or something like that.
Yeah, you can get to about. You can stretch
Yeah,
into 10,
8 or 9 or 10, something like that. Depends on how you use
but
them.
you do start to lose a fair bit of grip on lap sort of 7, 8.
Yeah.
I think the one-stop strategy around this is actually pretty close to the two, whereas most tracks the alternate strategy is a faster race strategy, but obviously you run the risk of not starting near the front,
Yeah.
which sometimes
If
can
you can
cost
stay
you
out of
more time.
trouble when you're further back, though, then it will pay off. It's just that's the problem.
Nice to be at the front though and get into a rhythm and get going.
Yeah, get a bit of clear air. Yeah. Packy G has left, or Pig G has left the session. He's rolling out with a. He's rolling down the pit lane, but he's left the session. Right,
We have Titanus about to start his lap.
let's go on board with him then. Just is this the first one round? A little bit wide out of turn 2. And he's
Back out,
seems
yeah.
to have blacked out, yeah. Well, that lasted long. Asif, I think, is next to come around. Oh no. Is it? Hold on, let me get some spectator things up. Yeah, telemetry and stuff. Yeah, okay. Oh, Barb.
One of the guys I know is pretty fast in this league is Bella. Skin up might have a win under his belt as well.
Yeah, Skin Up, yeah. Skin Up's had some good results, I think.
Played Dutch, even though he's a good driver, but he's here today.
Yeah. Let me just turn up my party audio because I'm struggling to hear. Okay, we're good.
Probably goes fastest on a 111.
11.
What time do we expect from these guys?
I'd nearly say Paul
Does
could.
anyone get to the 107 with a really impressive lap?
107 in tier 2 would be very, very surprising, I think.
You know, we might see the guys get pretty close.
I'd say
I'm sure they'll be into the see some 108s and play 108.
yeah, the likes of Berra and that could definitely. Oh, Berra's on the supers actually.
We've got a 1097 already.
1093 from Rocking Weeks. It's decent that.
Just picking up the pace a little bit now from Rocking Weeks.
Borrow quite off the pace. Second behind Jack. Let's see where he ends up at the end though.
The kill comes across the line now.
Berra is on a hot lap on supers. They're the longest lasting tyre here, aren't they?
So, yeah, finally trying a strategy then. He's got the pace to get himself at the front.
So he could go.
It's a better race strategy. But it's only by a couple of seconds around here. It's not as much as other tracks because the pit is so short. He's only 18 seconds.
Yeah.
Jack does a good job staying up the way. Yeah.
So holding good speed through the final chicane, getting very close to one of the champions. Take the shortest route to the line, and it's a 109.4 from Berta, which for the super softs is a good lap.
Yep.
I think.
He's only a tenth off the fastest with that, so it's a good effort for him, especially at the beginning of the session.
Yeah. And Alfie
Track
Jensen
hasn't quite rubbed in yet.
meantime.
There's definitely some track evolution on this
Yeah.
circuit.
Yeah, I'd say there is. In the meantime, Alfie Jensen has gone and set a 109.3 on the ultra softs. So that's another. So we're gonna have all three sets of tires being used up on the starting grid today. The majority, it looks like, are using hypers though. Yeah. Skinnup hasn't left the pits yet.
We've got Enrico's on a lap at the moment, he's just approaching the hairpin.
Oh yeah, he's on hypers. There's another pretty quick driver on a different strategy to the rest of them. So it'll be good to see where he stacks up.
He did a race with us in T1, didn't he?
He did, round 5. He was, I think he finished ahead of me. Not going a little bit. Oh, he comes in
like that.
Yeah. Clearly not very happy with that. We've got Edgar
put on the ultras.
in the Williams coming down the back straight towards the chicane. It's not looking like a particularly rapid lap.
Is Bear on another lap now?
He's already on the 101.12s, so I hope he's starting another lap. Yeah, I think that was just an outlap, okay. Okay, I think that was just an outlap, that's good.
Okay, Bear is coming back into the pits now. Right, he's gonna... Okay, he hasn't got any ERS, so he's finishing a lap. My telemetry is correct, he hasn't got a lot of ERS for this lap.
Yeah. We've got Edgar on a lap right now in the Williams. He's on hypersofts. Seems to be putting together quite a tidy lap.
I'm skin up to the line now.
Alex says here to support. Thanks, Alex. Edgar coming down the back straight now. Let's see where he stacks up.
Looks like you picked up the first sector quite nicely. That's nice through that. Return 5.
Skin ups on the ultra softs.
Yeah, see how late he gets on the brake pedal down here. Yeah, pushing it nicely, gets it pulled into the apex. Good exit. Could be looking at a fairly competitive time from Skin up here.
Could be. There's on. Across the line he comes. It's pole position.
Yeah.
Provisional pole for Skin Up on the ultra soft tyre as well, which is quite good.
That's the other thing when you're running the alternate strategy. You've only got one set of tyres to do your lap on, so you've got to get it right.
And I think he's got it right there.
He's very happy with that time.
You know, anywhere in the top 5 on them tyres is quite. You're still in a good place. But pole position is even better. A little hard to hear when you're on board, yeah. A little bit. Alright, I might turn up my volume a little bit. I don't want to be deafening anyone.
Now we can look at the tyres, that's better. So we have Azif's on the Hypersoft, so we know he'll be going again along with Jack. them guys will be looking to improve and try and get themselves up at the top.
Mugren's retired.
They're probably pretty committed to the Hypersoft now.
Enrico is on a Hypersoft lap. He's gone a bit wide out the hairpin, but he gets a good exit nonetheless. Misses the apex, first apex in the chicane. It's still looking quite quick though from Enrico. It's a 109.7, but it appears it was invalidated.
Okay, so I think Jack might be preparing himself for another lap.
Looks like it. Alfie Jensen's on an out lap.
We at the moment do have kills on a lap, just coming into the hairpin now.
It's quite a good drive out the corner. He's on the ultras now, so it's not looking like it's going to be a blistering time for McKeel, but it might be somewhat competitive. 110.6, he's an improved, unfortunately.
He might be going for another lap though straight away.
Yeah, them ultras could. Yeah. Jack improves, or does he? No, he doesn't. McKeel's back to 8th, so someone's improved. Enrico, is it? Yeah, it's Enrico.
We've got Barrett at the moment, he's just put on his ultra soft for his run, so we'll see what he can do.
I puts in that sort of time on supers, give him better tyres, and I can see him putting that on pole.
Picks it up for time 5.
Bit of a rev glitch, I think, with Barrett.
Keep that in. He's still pushing, so I imagine he did.
It's into gear 1 for the turn in, but switches up to 2 for the exit.
Yeah, you can drop it into first for the exit.
It's looking like quite a competitive time.
Oh, I think he just cut that last chicane there.
We'll soon find out. It's going to be competitive if he didn't. It's a 108.5, but he's cut it. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So that's going to ruin this lap as well, unfortunately. So he's going to have to save everything up and maybe come back to the box for some more fuel because he's out of fuel.
Maybe, yeah.
He's going to have to get back fairly quickly and should get another.
He has only one set of them ultras as well, so he's
looking a bit panicky now, so we'll see what he does. Anything else on a lap? As if on a lap right now. Only 4 tenths up. Front, so
he's 4 tenths up on his previous best.
Quite cautious through the through there. He's probably just trying to get himself a banker. A couple of tenths quicker.
Oh, he just puts it on pole.
Yeah, takes hold of it.
That's a 0.02 of a second, and he's put it on pole.
Get round, get out again.
I don't know if he has enough ERS to set another lap.
No, I don't think he does.
Only on
Mocking Weeks as well. He started his lap. Oh, Alfie Jensen gets himself on pole.
There's the 108.
108, nice.
On the ultras as well. So he's in a very favourable position. Is Alfie Jensen. But it only counts when you cross the line at the end of that race. So let's see how it goes. But finally we get a 108. Surprised we didn't got one before this.
I expect these guys to be able to get the 108. Must be another couple of 108 coming up.
Mugden retired earlier in the session. I'm not sure why he did that.
A bit too deep. Oh, no Mocking Weeks. It's the worst corner to have a mistake at, 'cause it ruins your next lap, unfortunately. It's one of them.
Yeah. He's retired. Yeah. Okay, so he's.
The good thing for Mockenweek, he's got enough fuel to get around and go again. So was he retired?
Yeah, he's retired. Yeah. So. Alfie Jensen into the pits. I imagine he's quite happy with that lap, especially on those tyres. Enrico starting on a lap, I think. Yeah.
I might jack on a lap coming into the hairpin. If he's able to get himself up amongst it. No. Is Tanis on a lap? Looks like he is.
Might just be. I think Enrico's coming towards the hairpin now. He's onto the back straight in the number 98 McLaren. It's looking like it could be quite a competitive time from Enrico.
I'm not sure if my telemetry's right on some of these tyres if he's changing.
Enrico on pole. 108.7. That's a nice old lap, but he's not on. Oh, he's nearly spun out again out of the hairpin. But Enrico with a very good lap, and he's retired from the session afterwards as well. So he starts.
Yeah. Mistake. Okay, so.
So Akil is just going to try and get around for another lap. It's going to be close.
A few of these guys will be going again.
Akil has just come out of the pits, so I'm interested to see if he can get to the line. He's got a minute. It's going to have to be a hot lap out of the pits if he's going to make it, I think.
Tanis could be the last man to make it around the start of that.
I think he will, yeah. Edgar's kinda. I'm not sure what Edgar thinks he's gonna do. Edgar's come out of the pits to try and set another lap, but he won't make it around, I don't think. So I think Akil is gonna get.
Yeah, we've actually, if my screen is correct, then we have Bella starting a lap on the hypers.
Who?
Bella.
That's yeah, I see that as well. So it doesn't look like he's quite happy starting from 6th, even though he is on the harder tyres. So
no, so I was expecting the 108 to come in. So
yeah. Now he is only 7/10 off that top spot, which, based on his previous performances, he'll be aiming for.
Got up pretty nicely for the last one.
A little bit wide. Right, were you watching Berra just there?
I wasn't, did he crash?
Yeah, he didn't break into the hairpin, I think. Yeah, he must. I'd make a wild guess to say he was down on his last lap. But Akil, I think, might just be the last. Yeah, he's going to be the last man to set a lap as Akil. Unless, yeah. So Nuffle is coming towards the final chicane now.
So was Berra's fastest lap actually set on the super sauce? I believe it was.
It was, yeah.
So
Nuffle goes up to 4th.
Oh, and yeah.
Nuffle up to 4th. And here comes Akil's pulled out of his lap and he's gone into the pits. So that, I believe, is your grid.
It's an interesting tyre strategy between the guys at the front.
Yeah, there's
ultra soft, and then a super soft from Berra. So.
In 7th, yeah.
He's going to struggle at the beginning with everyone around him. They're going to be a lot faster than him.
He just needs to, yeah, he just needs to keep that front wing in one piece, I think. And if he can do that, then he'll get some clear air, and then he can carry out his stint, hopefully without any trouble. but that's the task that lies ahead of him. So.
It'd be interesting to see if anybody actually does try and go for a 2-stop in this race.
Yeah.
The guys on the hypersofts just try and hang it out to fit the super softs.
They might, yeah. They have them 2 options. They could go, yeah, go 2-stop with supers, with hypers, and then 2 stints of ultras. Or, like you said, they could.
It's the faster race strategy than trying to do hypersoft 2 super softs. But you have to make overtakes and be aggressive, so see what you do.
Alright, they're on the grid. Yeah. Alfie's gonna win this, says the pirate. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't got.
He's left the session. Right, you just jinxed it, pirate. Right, I don't know what's going to be done about that.
There was a few low connections.
Yeah, I don't think Alfie was one of them though. I think it was more. Okay, it appears we're starting anyways. Alfie Jensen is not on the grid. Hopefully, he's able to join back.
I don't know if he will be able to or not.
I hope he will be able to, because that would be quite a shame.
Yeah, massive shame.
After a very good lap on, was he on the ultras? CP7 error code, yeah.
Yeah, he was on the ultras.
So let's hope he can get back in.
Which is sure, and we've had like issues like this before.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Other
Anyway,
than
we have
that,
Enrico meant to be from Alfie on P2, but as it is, it's going to be Avi on P3. And then Nuffle on P4, led by Skin Up in knocking weeks. And P7 is Barra. P8 we have Jack. P9 is Akhil. P10 is Borob. P11 is Satanas. P12 is Edgar. P13 is HG. P14 Muggin, and 15 we have MVP Dusty. So yeah,
he sort of skipped qualifying and just jumped into the race as Dusty.
I hope it is. I can't see the car, but
yeah. Dusty decided to skip qualifying.
Yeah, so he's just at least got 15 on the grid now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different strategies going on at the front, so who knows how this will play out. It looks like it's a clear skies, so no chance of rain at the moment.
Right, this is an awful camera angle. Is there any other ones? There's not. Okay. So we're gonna go. The lights come on. 3, 4, and 5. Lights out, and off they go. Enrico has a great start off the line. It doesn't look like he's going to be challenged. Further down the grid, Bear trying to have a look on the inside. Skin Up holds third, Bear up to 5th. He's on the outside of Akhil into turn 4 or 3. And then there's a bit of contact.
Bit of contact further back.
Akhil is right on the back of Bear. Akhil's had a great start from 9th as well, along with Borob and Jack. There's quite a train there. Asif is right on the back of Enrico, who touches a bit of grass on the apex.
I think that Knuckles, the guy who's been quite the most with the most wing damage.
Looks like
lost 9 positions there.
Nuffle has had an awful start to the race, unfortunately. He'll have to box this lap, I imagine.
So for the rest of the guys, they've all kind of gained a position or two there, so...
So it hasn't been a complete disaster with that first lap.
No, everyone's up and going.
Everyone stayed together quite well.
We'll see how well...
and a few great starts as well.
And Enrico's probably going to have to start.
And Nuffle has sped in the pit lane and he's got a 5-second stop and go. So it's just a nightmare of a first lap for Nuffle, unfortunately. Asif Jr. taps the wall on the exit of turn, I'm not sure what that turn is.
He's up the inside, I think
he's holding on the inside, leaves him space, goes a bit wide, compromises his exit, and Skinner has to let off.
And the rest of the guys catch up to him.
He might hold off here. No, he's going to go up the inside. He's going to compromise Asif's line. That's the move done, and Asif taps the wall.
Oh, he's the rear a bit.
Yeah, no, Skinner.
Possibly.
Oh, Berra's capitalised on Skinner's mistake, and he might want to go for Asif in the same corner as well. No, he thinks Berra.
That's a dream start for Berra.
Berra from, was it 7th? Up onto the podium positions already, and he's having a look at Asif into turn 1, and he gets him right up the inside. He's gonna. Asif's still along. They're still alongside.
Maybe have a racing room. It's good.
They're still side by side. Asif has the lead though. Berra breaks later.
They're around the outside.
He's gonna hold it around the outside, I think.
Yeah.
They're still side by side. He's got him. He's got a lead through the right-hander, but he's gone wide into the next corner.
Getting up now, very interesting on the back of the pair of them as Akil actually gets through, I think.
Akil's alongside Skin Up. And who's this Borob getting interested as well? There's an alright old gathering here between second and sixth.
Doing a good job at the front, he's doing what he needs to do, he's building the gap.
Enrico's building quite a gap, yeah, on the softer tyres.
Behind him at the moment.
Yeah, and he is on slower tyres as well, so he's got to do a few bits.
Yeah. Gonna have to work hard to keep these guys behind him for a couple of laps, and then.
Yeah. If he can hold them off for another 5 laps, then I don't think there'll be a problem after that for Berra. Let's see if he can do that though.
A little bit there as well, so he's gone through the last kangaroo. I've got to build the gap.
4th, 5th and 6th are quite close together. They're within a second and a half of each other.
Dusty side by side at the moment.
Oh, Dusty onto the curb on the inside and gets Jack on the exit. He's still behind him. He might get him on the brakes. Dusty leaves him space. Dusty with a dream start as well, from last on the grid up to 8th. And he is also on the super softs. Muggern in front of him as well, from second last up to 7th.
A bit of a tap in the rear there. I think that's our first. Oh, that's our first bad incident.
Where's that?
Martin Weeks was the victim there from.
Was it Titans?
I'm not too sure, but yeah, it was a bit of a late lunge there. That cost Martin Weeks badly.
Well, that's a shame for Martin Weeks, because he started in the top 5, I think, which is a shame. But Muggern is alongside Jack. He doesn't go for the move this time. Muggern's very low on ERS. Oh, he's tapped the wall. Muggern's out. Muggern's out. He's tapped the wall. He's tapped the wall of champions, and Skin Up's hit the wall of champions as well, and he's back to 9th. So Muggern there with a mistake that cost him dearly. Meanwhile, Titanas is into the pits for a new front wing. I think it was him that hit Mockingbix. Mockingbix carries on, which is interesting. I don't know if he was damaged. But this is just getting better and better from MVP Dusty. He's up to 5th.
From 3rd to 6th, it's still very close at the moment.
Yeah. So you got Akil from Borob, from Dusty to Jack. He's a bit further behind than the rest of them, but there's a bit of contact. Borob taps Akil, loses a bit of front wing, gets up the inside of him.
You have to see how Enrico tries to play this, because he might try staying out to lap 10 and putting on the super softs.
Oh, they might go 3 wide here. No, into the final chicane. Borob into the pits after damaging his front wing. MVP Dusty is going to have a look at Akil here. He's going to have a look around the outside. They're still side by side into turn 2.
Yeah.
I think he'll get it. Yeah, he gets the exit and he's past Akil.
Great racing from two of them.
It is, yeah. Oh, he breaks late and nearly throws his teammate into the wall. Oh, that would have been... He might just have...
outside for the corner and
but in the meantime, Jack has managed to catch up with him. He's also had a good start.
I'll be happy with that. We've got Berra now is starting to eat into Enrico's lead, so...
Yeah, Enrico's hypersofts are going to start falling off a bit of a cliff at this point.
Enrico's going to have to make a decision soon whether he's going to go on the 2-stop, he's going to hang it out. But
yeah. If he wants to hang it out, I imagine he's going to be overtaken by Berra before the end of the stint. Because them hypers are going to fall off fast now, I think.
And then Berra's actually got the ultra softs at the end of the race. So if I was Enrico, I'd personally be going for the 2-stop. Because it's the faster strategy. Yeah. He's in a straight fight now with Berra, so...
Yeah, I think he's losing time to Berra in these next few laps.
But Enrico will... you might see him at the end, in at the end of this lap with some ultras.
Nice, yeah.
And maybe lap 8.
And MVP Dusty is in 3rd place after starting 15th on the grid. On lap 7.
Yeah, he's come through nicely.
He's done very well.
Obviously, we also know how penalties can affect this race.
Yeah, there's
It's a very, very hard track to keep on the white lines.
Oh, Pig G's right on the back of Jack, coming towards the hairpin. Doesn't have a whole lot of ERS, so we might lose Jack on the straight here. Knuckle Beast gets a 3-second time penalty. I imagine it's for cutting a corner. Asif has not had a very good first 8 laps, starting 2nd, now resting in 7th. Using the ultra soft, so he'll be able to go a little bit further than the hyper runners.
HG going down the inside, all cut of the corner. So,
speaking of penalties, our race leader picks up a 3-second time penalty, so that puts him within a second of Berra.
Might see him in at the end of this lap, possibly.
I think he's compromising himself if he doesn't come in at the end of this lap.
He's still got the gap at 4 seconds. So.
Yeah, I was down at 3 at one point. He's holding it, but it was up on nearly 6, I think, at another point. Berra's fight is chomping away at that gap. The 2 Force India teammates of Skin Up and Jack are within half a second of each other. Skin Up will likely be looking at a move into the chicane, or he's closing in fast. He'll get him before the chicane here. I think, does Jack let off? He doesn't. Oh, Jack's into the pits.
He's pitting, so he might be onto the 2-stop. Or
that's the ideal time to be pitting. And Enrico's pitted as well, and he's back to 3rd. Okay, so Enrico's going to come out. He's going to come out in 3rd. He's touched a bit of grass in the exit, but he's going for the 2-stop. Yeah. So he's onto the ultra soft. He's going to run 2 stints on ultra soft, I imagine.
And go for it. That's the wall, but
so Berra takes the lead of the race. Yeah.
And it's going to come back at him pretty quick now, so we'll see what it pans out. But obviously Berra will be running the ultra softs the same as him at the end, so he won't have an advantage on pace there. So he's going to have to make inroads now, Enrico.
Yeah.
At this point, while Berra's on older super softs.
Yeah.
We'll see what you can do.
So how long can
Dusty,
super
meanwhile,
softs go?
has
Maybe.
pretty much got the pace of his teammate. Just obviously cost him the 7 seconds coming through the field. But yeah, a pretty similar pace since he's made it through.
Jack has left the session.
Ah.
Odd. I'm not sure why that is, but.
I'm not too sure. And so, one guys not stuck yet. It's Dara, MVP, Skin Up, and PG.
PG's thing is holding quite a similar pace to Skin Up, even though he's on harder tyres. Skin Up's ultra softs, I imagine, are falling off a little bit in terms of degradation. Mugger has left the session. It's a shame, he had a great start. Bear is building a bit of a gap to Dusty.
I'm sure how many of them got caught up in it.
Yeah.
He's still got Mocking Weeks to fight on his way back at the moment, even he's 9 at the moment. He's slowed down now.
To a keel, yeah, he's
He's
3.2 seconds.
so he's going to try and go to the end from there.
Yeah. I think he will, yeah.
Most of the other guys will be taking front of him. He's got big G's on supers as well.
Unlucky Alfie. Alfie in the chat. He never got back, unfortunately.
No, it was a shame that was.
That was a shame. But it happens, I suppose.
We've got PG is pretty close to Skin Up, but he hasn't got any ERS.
No. He seems to have been using. He was within 7/10 at one point there, and he was holding that gap pretty well. He seems to have used up all his ERS trying to hold on to that gap though.
Same DRS. While doing
it's not doing him any favours keeping that hot that mode. So there's quite a gap formed between all the cars, all the drivers now. So
yeah, it's getting a bit spread out now, which is obviously easy for us to commentate.
yeah, it's by spread out. I mean boring. So yeah, I think we're kind of just waiting out the pit stops now.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Dara and Dusty seem to have pretty similar pace up top for the last 6-7 laps. They've been matching each other.
Yeah, they've been
within. Dusty was so far down the grid for the start of the race, or these two would have been going at it at the front.
If Dusty had done qualifying, he could be leading this race.
And Rico, unfortunately, doesn't quite have the pace on his ultra softs to be pulling the other guys back in. So we can see.
Oh, he's gone wide as Enrico. It's touched the grass on the braking. And he's lost.
To get a bit more pace out of the tyres.
He's lost nearly a second and a half to Dusty ahead of him, and he's got to work that gap all the way back again.
thing is, there's probably not going to be any stops for a little while because everybody's either made a stop on some ultras and
Yeah.
some super softs.
So there's no hypersoft runners left. No, they've all jumped onto ultras. And the super softs guys. How long will super softs go? Like 20 laps?
Super softs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably get them. Probably 30 odd laps. Maybe.
So they could nearly.
Well, they will last, but they won't have great pace towards the end of the stint. You know, but you can get them around. Not the best option, but you can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, competitively, probably 25 laps.
Right, so.
I mean, Skin Up and PG haven't actually made their stops yet, and obviously Berra and MVP haven't. Skin Up's on the ultras and
Yeah.
to on to the supers, which will give PG a chance behind later on when they're on the closing tyre suit level they're on there.
Yeah. Well.
So I'm sure PG will look forward to that. Get himself off the fourth.
What's a bit odd is Enrico is only on 5 lap old ultra softs, and he's not.
Yeah.
He's only just about holding the gap. Yeah. He's only just about holding the gap to the 14 lap old super soft runners ahead of him.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's half a second difference in the tyres. Like you got to use it. You got to.
Yeah.
You've got to go for it when you're on the strategy. You have to set the qualifying laps every lap, or unfortunately, the strategy will not work out for you.
Yeah.
Unless there's a safety car and it bunches everyone up, but we haven't really seen many safety cars so far in this game, have we?
No, we haven't really. The last one I saw was
letdown,
way back in August in the community race, and that's when it was still broken. So,
but not much hope on a safety car changing anything at the moment.
no, there's no one unless someone just forgets their braking point, because there's no cars close enough to crash into each other at this point. I say that, but Asif has got within 7/10
Yep.
of PG.
First battle call for a while. He's in the DRS.
He's got plenty of VRS.
He's gone for overtake, so he's going to go for it right now.
He's going to go for it into the chicane. He goes to the inside, but he brakes a little bit earlier than Pig.
He didn't fancy it.
He didn't quite fancy it. He's going to have another look here into turn 1, I think. No, he's just not really committing. He's pulling out, but he's just not going for it.
He should have committed on the first attempt, but...
Yeah, I think he had the run on him there, I thought.
Now, and if he saves his ERS, it'll be a nice easy job.
He's only holding him up at this point, I think, so he's got to get by him now, I think, you feel.
HG seems to have forgotten about the ERS on his car, and he's just continuously running around in hot laps, so...
Yeah.
It's not going to help him in defense.
It's not.
I think he's going to be a sitting duck as if he just keeps it calm behind him through the hairpin.
Yeah.
He's going to have... Tate will have no speed down the straight.
He won't, no, and... I mean, Asif's got nearly half a bar left, so... He could get him here.
I think he'll be there halfway down the straight.
Let's see how he does. He's closing fast, yeah, he's closing, he goes to the outside. And I think Peck is almost letting by there. Or either that or he's out of VRS. So Asif makes the move. There's a lot of time penalties coming up on the bottom of the screen there. Enrico got one a few laps ago, I saw. So it just shows that he's not slacking, he's pushing. He's pushing for that lead, but he's losing time to Dusty ahead of him. He's back to nearly 6 seconds behind now. He's pushing it right to the wall as well, and he's scraping the wall at some of these corners. So he's doing all he can, but it just doesn't seem to be working out for him. We have a Keel getting quite close to mocking.
Berra has picked up a 3-second time penalty himself.
Yeah, I think Dusty has as well.
Enrico has 2 at the moment. Dusty is one or two, one at the moment. But I think this race could come down to penalties if the gap can get a bit closer between the front two. Which it has done. Dusty has taken a second out of Barra.
Yes. But I'm not sure if I made a mistake or anything. Enrico with another 3-second time penalty. Then penalties are going to cost him at the end of this race. He's binned it.
Decided to quit the race as well.
And Enrico has just decided to pay the wall a visit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. He might have. He could have still had a decent result. Yeah. I mean, he was still running in third. I'd have kept going. That's Enrico out of the equation, which after putting it on pole, which is a shame.
Yeah,
Perez just lapped Knuckle least.
Abbott is on the road from G, so. Has Mocking Week been closing KG down?
I don't really know. Who's that right in the back of? Oh no, it's picture lapping. Dave.
Tannis and Knuckle both made their second stops, so quite a long way behind P7.
There indeed.
Yeah.
Nearly half a lap.
We have Skin Up getting close to the back of the field here. So.
Oh, the drivers here on the grid at least have a reason to finish because they all get points. So I hope we don't lose any more drivers. Someone into the pits, is that Pig? There's Berra into the pits on lap 20.
We've got a battle now developing 4P5. Akil and Skin Up have both got up to the back.
So Berra's put on the ultra soft. So he's going to try to go 15 laps on the ultra soft, which I think is a bit much for those tyres. Just a little bit, like, you know, they'll go that long, but it'll struggle towards the end. But Dusty's a contender here for to win this race after the great start he had out in the first 8 laps.
And he's going to have to close the gap down to Berra a bit more, get him a bit more under pressure, and see if he's into a mistake and a penalty, and then he will be right in there.
Penalties could change this race.
I mean, both these guys may have been driving a little bit conservatively to try and, you know, eliminate some of the penalties.
I don't know if this race will be over when that checkered flag comes out.
Well, Berra's made it stop for his ultras now, and Dusty should have tried to go for the undercut on that. He's going to have probably an extra 2 seconds. Try and make up, mate.
Akil has stayed quite close to Mucking Weeks for the past few laps. He is on. Now I have a bit of a glitch here, I think. My game is telling me on the left Akil is on super softs, but in the actual car it's the purple stripe tyres.
Yeah, I think we need to look at the telemetry.
I don't know. Who's that into the pits? Pig G is into the pits.
Oh, as if running. No. Again up.
So Pig G is going to come out in 7th place.
Mocking Weeks has gone wide a bit. Mocking Weeks made a mistake there. He dropped behind the pair of them.
He has.
Is he
So that's
missing some of his wing? I can't see.
Maybe a little bit, I'm not sure.
That's a kill up to the podium positions currently.
He's been all over the place today.
His tyres are going to be very warm at the end of this race.
There, yeah. Is he on super softs for you, keel.
Yeah, he is on super soft. So
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately Dusty has lost out a bit more time there in the with that undercut.
Mucking's with a massive lock up into the hairpin, and Asif is going to get past them. Yeah, Mucking's is struggling on them old super softs.
Yeah.
Which isn't very good for him. No, he has wing damage.
Struggling on the tyres, it's easier to pick up penalties. So.
He has wing damage. It's not the tyres. He has wing damage.
Still have skin up right on the back of the hill, so
yeah.
Nice battle here.
So Skin Up's tyres are quite a bit younger. Oh, he might have got wing damage there. Skin Up. Try to get a view. Has he? No, it looks okay. He might have lost an end plate, well. Did he? I'm not sure. No, this front wing looks okay. Skin Up had a bit of a moment there in turn 3. And lost a bit of time to a keel.
Keel's going to have to box, isn't he, on his tyres. So.
Yeah.
Never going to get them to the end, I want to thought.
Did Dusty pit? He did. Dusty pit.
Yeah, but he started to pull him back in a little bit again though, so...
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see a charge from Dusty.
Hopefully we might have an interesting finale. Or they'll just stay at that distance for the rest of the race. Either way. So Titanas is retired. Not sure why.
Skin Up can probably wait another 5 laps before he really starts to try pressuring the kill. Because the kill's high dead towards the end of the stint.
Yeah, there will be. You can get him then, Skin Up gets a penalty there though. So once again, we'll have to have a look at the classifications after this race, because I don't know, it might look a lot different. It might look a lot different than it does now. Oh, okay, Skin Up! Skin Up hits a keel!
Oh.
Skin Up squeezed the keel and he's lost all of his front wing.
Oh, good.
That was heavy contact and the keel just lost it on the grass. And he's a massive lock up, yeah. Skin Up though, I believe, still has his front wing.
Nailed on for P3 there, and until that moment. And,
I think Skin Up still has his front wing though.
I don't know if he has all of it.
I think he does.
Oh,
he's carrying on.
They're not going to crash it again. Oh.
No, they're not. Skin Up carries on. It was a keel who I think came across to Skin Up and hit the side of him and just lost it.
I think Skin Up hit the wall, corner. So I was on board with Skin Up. So message on the pair of them possibly.
Yeah, but just a lack of composure. But Peak in the mean has closed in. He's on new ultras pretty much.
He'll be looking to take P3 here, won't he?
He will indeed, with Skin Up on almost 10 lap old supers.
The problem for Peak is obviously he doesn't have any ERS.
Yeah.
Someone might explain to him how ERS works possibly after the race.
Yeah. Hope he watches this stream, so he kind of sees what he's doing wrong. Because I think it's put him on hot lap mode automatically on the grid, and he just hasn't turned it off since then.
Yeah. It might be a new bug we haven't seen before, where you can't turn your ERS down, but
maybe add it to the catalogue, like. But yeah,
if that is correct, then he's doing amazingly well.
Maybe he is.
He must be thinking, I have no straight line speed.
What's he getting up to there? He's just getting up to 300. I don't know. We'll see him come down the back straight.
Straight line speed and behind or being followed by other drivers. Very strange.
Very, very strange.
As Era seems to have put his foot down again and clean off the charge of Dusty.
Yeah, Dusty was under 7 seconds.
Yeah, down to 6.5 again, and it's gone back up.
It's gone right back up to 7.7. So I don't know if and the penalty there as well. So it's not looking great. Skin ups. Oh no. Yeah, it's looking like. It's looking like with hoping there's no mistakes as well, but it's looking like the top two for this race are going to be nailed down.
Yeah.
It's just with all these penalties, which is going to be which.
Bar a disqualification or a crash at this point, I'd say they've pretty much got it. Who knows what's going to happen for third here?
Yeah, they're very close.
He's on far better tyres, but he doesn't have any straight line speed to actually get by.
Yeah.
That could just come down to penalties between the two of them.
Jack's back. Or Dave. If he starts driving again, he could get points this race.
As if maybe closing down Hake and Skin Up as well.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he is.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
He's holding the gap
he's
anyway.
using his ERS for much better effect, so...
Yellow flag in sector 3. I don't know what that is.
Fortunately, not too close to each other.
So, Pig G is right. He'll get the run on Skin Up here out of the hairpin.
Yeah, I don't think it matters what run he gets. He's not going to be anywhere.
Yeah.
By the end
And yeah, he's just pulling away. Yeah. Bye bye. It's only the toe of Skin Up that's keeping him from just running away altogether.
Oh, and
he's cut the corner as well. Just pushing a little bit too hard, I think.
Yeah. He must feel like he's lead weights on his car, to be honest.
Yeah.
And Isaac is definitely catching him up, so as he picks up a time penalty.
Yeah, he's picked up 8/10 in that last lap there.
He's pushing hard to catch him, so we'll see. It's going to be a battle for the last couple of laps.
It'll be a three-way battle for the podium, last podium place. 7 laps to go in this Canadian Grand Prix. It's still all to play for, with penalties and the like. Let me actually check.
Yeah, I was having a look through. Everyone was.
Incidents, collision, warning, collision, exceeded track limits, Yes. Yeah. It's just nothing but exceeded track limits and multiple warnings.
I imagine I'll have 9 seconds worth of penalties come our race, to be honest.
Yeah.
Such a hard track to
There's nearly...
not.
There must be nearly 100 penalties there. But yeah. Pig is still holding on to Skin Up. Asif is closing in. The rest of the field after that is quite spread out. Ah! Did I just see Pig trying to use his E1 there for a split second and then back up to hot lap?
Maybe it's a bug.
Maybe it's a bug. Yeah, there's one again. It's going from 1 to 5 back and forth for me.
Stuck on 5 on my screen. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just another glitch.
Oh. Did you have a look through the penalties? Did you?
Oh, I did. It's a long list.
It's yeah. It doesn't make it easy to actually see, does it? Who's on
No.
what?
Yeah. It's a long way down to our current lap. I think there's a penalty on every lap. Yeah, there's at least. Yeah, there's a penalty on every single lap of this race, of some sort or another. There's another one from Mockingworks. Mockingworks will be happy with 6th.
Might annoy some drivers.
I imagine most of the drivers in this league will be using the line. So, as long as that doesn't happen in T1, then we'll be fine. Well, he'll be fine, I won't be racing. Ugh.
And Dusty has closed the gap down to under 6
He's
seconds.
closing the gap down again, yeah. Nuffle has got a 5-second stop and go. Again, I think he's got 3 5-second stop and goes. Nuffle. 2 for speeding, and 1 there for crossing the white line. But like I said, he still gets points, so he won't mind. I don't think. He doesn't have a whole lot to lose.
Barrow might be doing a bit of pace management at the moment, trying not to pick it up.
Yeah.
I think Barrow only has the 1 penalty. So he's 1 more corner cut away from a penalty, so he's trying to make sure he doesn't pick that up. As Dusty has 2 at the moment. Unfortunately for Dusty.
He's closing in a few tenths every sector, it seems, though. It's 5.3 now. I don't, yeah.
He's gonna have to make a second a lap, so
it doesn't look like that's happening. I can't see Barra making any mistakes either.
The battle for third is pretty much the same.
Yeah, as if, not as if Pig G's time. He's got a few penalties now, he's just pushing hard, trying to catch Skin up, but his tyres are falling off now. Quite a bit. It's a bit of a stretch to get the Microsofts to the end he'll be happy with 4th, I think, though, Pig. Oh! What's happened there? There was a lot of lag there.
He lost it on the inside of the...
on the curb, on the inside, yeah.
Inside,
That's a shame. He would have had a great result there for. But it wasn't meant to be, it seems. So that makes the battle for third a lot less exciting.
I think there's absolutely no look at.
So now, I think that should be a safety car.
I think so. To Charlie though. Is that mocking weeks in the distance from a hill? Yeah, also. No, I don't know. And Dusty's got it down to 4 seconds now. And Barrow's just bringing this one home.
Yeah, he's just got to run it home now. Maybe Dusty's within 5 seconds though. But yeah, I can't see it happening. Unless there's a big mistake from Barrow, I can't see him catching him. In, what is it? 2.5 laps now. So yeah. Is the sky looking a bit dark there?
Pardon?
Is the sky looking a bit dark?
The sky,
or is it just I don't think I would either, no. I'm just desperately clawing for some sort of excitement in this race.
Yeah, Dusty gets so that's definitely the front battle.
Yeah, it's 40 seconds back to Skin Up though. I don't think it'll matter. You just gotta run it home now. So Vera has dominated from start to finish here. Qualified. What was it? 7th. He qualified on the harder tyre. I think he might have been one of the first on the super soft runners.
Yeah, I think
had a great.
right, which in the interim he kept it together in the pack and did what he needed to do.
And then there's a Sauber off there. Is that Nuffle? It is. Mocking Weeks gets another penalty. I imagine he's gonna be like 6th or 7th by the end of this race.
Yeah.
With those penalties.
Yeah.
He might, I'm not sure.
I think in the beginning of the race, wasn't he? Mocking Weeks with taps in the rear.
There's a bit of a barrier glitch there, I don't know if you see it, on the Wall of Champions. Hold on, let's have a look at this. The barriers are like flying all over the place on my screen at the Wall of Champions.
Oh, there it does
get a penalty. I imagine Dusty's picked up more though.
A little lapse in concentration there, just in the final. Oh, Barry's really tired, but they're struggling a little bit. Comes to complete the last few corners. Yeah, he's having to be very cautious. And I imagine Dusty's in the same position. As Barra comes across the line, take the win. Well done, team. Good drive, especially in the pack. Dusty gets second.
So that's your top two. It never really looked in doubt, but it'll be interesting to see where some of the drivers further back the grid.
Scout comes across the line for third now. I'm sure he'll be happy with that in the end. Will he start P5?
I think so. Or was he? He might have been. He might have even started P3. I'm not sure. I forget. Asif Jr. in 4th, he'd be quite happy with that. I imagine.
I'm just waiting for a kill to come across the line, and
that's your race. So we'll have a look at the classifications here at the end just to see if anything has changed with all the penalties. With Dusty to his right and Skin up to his left.
Well done, lads.
Well done. That's good driving.
It was good.
It was good.
The battles were pretty close.
The battles were close. It spread out a bit towards after the first stint, but still a good race.
Well done, guys.
Fair play. Right, we'll have a look at these now.
Alright then, Ben, till next.
Everyone got a penalty at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No position changes on it, so.
Not really, no. Okay. Well, I guess.
Mocking Weeks does get clear.
I guess that'll be it then.
Excellent, right then.
Right.
Oh, cheers then, Ben.
Cheers.
We'll,
see you in a bit. Be sure to tune in for Tier 1 at 8:15 later on. Right. In a bit.